Hey there, Pagan Perspective. My name is Danny, and welcome to Monday on Subsweek. This week, our question is, do we practice divination? And if so, what types? So there are 3 types of divination that I use in my practice. The first being Ogham, the second being tarot, and the third being a pendulum. Ogham is a Celtic alphabet that is somewhat historical, lots recreated, but goes into using sacred trees as symbols for different meanings, messages, and the cycle of the year. I have a set that I purchased on Etsy where each of the Ogham views or the symbols is actually on a twig or branch from the actual type of tree that it's representing. And I use this for kind of questions that I'm asking. I might throw it down onto part of my Book of Awen and kind of evaluate where those messages fall in relation to each other and to me. I also draw just a single one for each day, and I put that on my planner every week. The second type of divination that I use is tarot, and I have a couple tarot decks, but I really love the Chrysalis tarot, and I use this more for like long range forecasting or just when I'm in the mood and I'm really wanting something different. I love the colors and the brightness of this deck, and just it's kind of the only tarot deck that's really appealed to me and like worked, so I enjoy using that in the ways that most people use tarot. And the third tool I use is a pendulum. This is very occasionally at this point. When I first started, I used it more, but I have an aquamarine stone that's on a pendulum, and it was a tool that was actually gifted to me by a small shop owner in the town that I went to high school, and it was a very magical and kind of wonderful exchange and kind of intro into my practice, so it means a lot to me as a tool. This is another tool that I have the pendulum board in my Book of Awen, and so I use that when I'm looking for simple questions or kind of a different way to tap into the spirits and messages of the universe. If you're looking to get involved in divination, I think the best thing you can do is just dive in, make or purchase your own tool, but you really only need one. And then just ask questions and use it regularly, get to know it, watch people who talk about that tool regularly. Like the tarot YouTube scape is really rich and vibrant these days, so there's lots of good information there. And if you're using a tool that's less common, then there are resources out there. You just have to dig a little bit more, but your own intuition will be even more valuable in those situations. Divination is a tool that I use regularly, and it's an important part of my path, but I do want to stress that it is not my path. There are some pagans where divination is kind of the root and core and everything of their path, but that isn't the case for me. So it's a useful tool, but really just a supplemental sugar and spice kind of addition. I don't need divination to communicate with ancestors or the universe. It's just something that brings me joy and clarity to my practice and to finding those messages and kind of tapping into what my own subconscious is telling me. So if you're not into divination, I don't think you have to be. And because I've certainly felt the pressure of like, be into tarot, be into divination before, I just want to encourage everyone else who has a practice that doesn't include divination to be really empowered and excited about the things that bring them joy to their practice. Thanks for watching, and as always, may you find peace in the sacred grove.